Right, so today we're going to do some rear brakes and rear wheel bearings on the Champ White. Sean is here to help. Hello. And we'll try and film the whole thing. Driver's HQ in it, that place in Derby. It does all the detailing supplies.
It is, mate.
Somebody asked me earlier on.
Yeah. It's good.
Right, so from the rear, I actually go off the hook itself.
Oh dear.
Yeah, because it's not heavy. And it's to take the weight of the car. So I've always just gone off the hook and then get a couple of axle stands under it. I think I've got another one in the back of the van somewhere.
It is in gear though, isn't it?
Yeah, yeah. Oh, you put it in gear, is it? Definitely in gear? Yeah. That'll be all we need.
Your back end and my fucking front quarter.
Just. Right, axle stand under each side, mate.
Yeah.
Right, see, I'll do it. I'll grab the other axle stand. Should be able to just smidge one under. Is it too low still?
Might need a bit more on this side, I reckon.
Okay, let's see if it's got any more left in it. That's it. Look what we got.
Oh, good. Going on the rear beam there.
It can do. Yeah. I think my side won't go, so I'm just going to wedge it under there with the peg out. You're good.
Yeah.
Take the strain off this jack then. That should sit on them. Yep, just off the deck. There we go. Right. Move this camera around here. What have we got? Shot wise. Yeah. This is what I've got here.
Got myself another 19, mate. Fucking half inch.
Half inch 19.
Half inch 19. Use your buzz gun on the spacers.
Yeah, come in. Show us something.
Yeah, it's
good. Mine just slid straight off, no seizing. Do you know what that guy did? Put a wheel back on with a couple of studs and then give it a shake side to side. See if that works. We can test the theory. So,
be interested.
Yeah, the theory is if you've got a wheel spacer that's stuck, get the bolts out the wheel spacer, put the wheel back on with a couple of wheel nuts, and then shake the wheel itself. That way you don't have to hit your wheel spacer with a hammer if you've got your gun there.
They have me. Gun them on, yeah?
Yeah, just give them a little blast. Yeah, look at that. Wheel spacer and wheel off in one. So instead of bashing your wheel spacer with a hammer, just knock it straight off. How's that then? It's a good idea, that, isn't it?
Fucking is, yeah.
Sweet. Right. Shouldn't really use screwdrivers for this, but I did not long ago. To hand, like not long ago. I mean, you have to.
Oh yeah.
See if I can knock that back straight, because I've not got new ones of these. That'll be alright. I'll knock back on. Right. That's with the handbrake on, by the way. Handbrake cable's snapped.
Oh, it has snapped.
It does snap. So, I need an handbrake cable.
Yes.
Right, so firstly, this.
How was it staying up with? Oh yeah, because you was on Japs, weren't you?
Yeah. Japs from one side. One side was still working. Right.
Get the caliper off first.
Okay, so let's see if we've got one that matches this. 32. Yep. Right, we'll have these brakes off first. So, what do we want? 13,
I think
14,
it is a 4.
13 or 14. We'll get the
Looks like it, yeah.
They're going to have to be done by hand. Got rid of half-inch stuff. I love this half-inch stuff, you know.
Yeah, it's good, isn't it? 4, I reckon it might be a
Stick them in there, look.
14, mate, I reckon. Maybe not, more. Fucking hell, it can't be up to 15, surely.
It's because it's tight, mate. You need a really thin spanner.
No, it is a 15. Oh, you got it.
This might just come off of that. So. That's one. Let's come in. Okay then. That's 2. Right. Need get that handbrake knocked off before we take these off. From the top. That's what I have to go from the top. So, and what you do with a rewind kit is them holes, and then it's only got two different ones. So that one fits it. So that little one fits it. Let's see if we can get in there. Sorry, that's tightening. That should drop in the location holes. As soon as it is, that's it. As soon as it is, you can wind the. This is tight as hell. It should be sliding on there. It should be sliding on and off, but it's a bit tight, so we'll have to put it on afterwards. So you wind that up to level, and you get that in there, and what that does is as you're winding it, it's putting pressure against it as well. Well, it's actually bent, I think. So now when you're winding it, winds that piston back. Sorry, wait, buddy. You have to have 3 hands with jobs like this shit thing. Do one side at a time. Right, so that's all wound back. So this fucker will come out. Yep. There we go. Easy as that. Right, so these, I've already sold these, so we can go to the dude. What I'm going to do is we'll put some grease on that. Some sliders up.
I'm going to clean these up.
Yeah, get them cleaned up, mate, if you want to do them. This lube is the Saks High Performance lube, if anybody's curious. They've not been on long, so I'm not bothered about getting them perfectly clean. Inside bolts are a bit bigger. 15 mils. Oh, you fucker. You can tell Rich knows what he's doing because he's copper greased all the bolts. Mr. Ellis, who last did these brakes. Nice and copper greased up. Thank you very much, Ski Sir. Oh, fucker. itself. We've got percussive shock, or however you say it. Nuts these are, right. We get out the crystal driver. We just need a socket. So what we've got now is we've got the, I'll bring this around the front. So we've got the retaining stuff. Obviously what I'd normally do if they were old discs is I'd just smack it from the back, get the nut over here, smack it from that, and it snaps the head off the stud, and then the whole lot will come out and you can just unscrew the other bit by hand. But say these discs are really good still, so
I've got one, thank you.
I'll have one, Sam, please.
I'll have a black coffee if you do one. Is that alright?
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yep. Me please. Me too, please. Yeah. Thank you. That's fine. So with this, Sean, this is an impact driver. So in theory, let's move this cam over here.
Yes, I know what you mean.
Yeah, and they've got a spring in them.
Yeah.
That wants to click over that way. So in theory, and there we go.
Wow. Yeah, that's awesome, isn't it?
Yeah, it's a cool bit of kit, isn't it? For these annoying little jobs, you just fly through them. Thanks, Dad.
When you got the tools, it's
When you got the tools, yeah.
Are them slides alright, mate? Them sliders for you?
I think they might want to just a tickle.
Yeah.
Oh no, the shims sit in them, don't they? So they're not too fussed. The shims sit on them, mate. So yeah, that'll be alright.
I can clean them, mate.
You can do by all means, mate, but there's no pad contact on them, so you're kind of pissing in the wind a bit. There we go. Gentle taps. And there we go. Boom.
No lip on it.
No lip on it whatsoever. He's got a nice set of pads. The guy who had the front stub and the rears as well. Yeah. So then what we've got in here, we've got the hub itself. So this is what we're changing. We're going to change the wheel bearing. We've got the ABS sensor poking through here. We've also got these little bolts which attach this dusk shroud on. You can see it's rotting on the back. It's absolutely pointless. And so it's rotting through, Sean. You can literally put your finger through it. So that's gone ski. That's gone ski. So what we'll do is we'll just WD-40 the entire thing. In hopes it all comes apart without snapping out. Shouldn't say that really, should I? But I'm going to WD-40 the back as well. You know what Hondas are like. Right, so get this camera up my way. This one. So, no, sorry, bring that camera back a minute and we'll look like this middle nut out. So, we'll see how powerful these buzz guns are. No dramas. No dramas. Not off. Right, and in theory, there we go. Wheel bearing on an FN2. This one's not come apart. What they normally do is they normally seize on at the back and they start to separate, and then you have a right nightmare. You see this one's just starting to, hear that click? I can't make it pull back out now, but it was just starting to separate. So, not bad for 100,000 miles. It's an NTN bearing on it from standard, so the ones I've got, even though they were only 45 quid, were exactly the same as this. Unbelievable, isn't it? NTN bearing. Yeah, but yeah. Right, so what have we got here then? I don't think we need to do them, mate.
No.
No, I don't think we need to do them. We just need these little fuckers.
Oh, it's them little ones, is it?
Them little fuckers, yeah. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to be really brave, because I don't even care if they snap. Red spiders want them little mites. Gross. Thank you, darling.
Thank you. What,
Just got to be careful of that ABS
10 mil.
sensor. Right, what have we got there? Here we are.
I can't wait to get rid of them on mine.
Yeah, me too. I think that's him. Snapped it. Told you. Yeah. Out's out. In this case, we don't care. Walk round it. Snapped it. They're never coming out, were they? So when you get a new hub, then's the time to probably think about doing these. Didn't want to round that one. That's going to make things a little bit awkward. Or not, because it's all crunchy and horrible.
Jesus.
See that bit? Bolts the actual stub axle to the actual rear beam. Yeah.
You get the angle grinder out.
Do you know what, mate? That could be a really good idea. Should we get the angle grinder out? We're going to get the literal angle on it first. Let's just try and snap the cunting thing out. They're just rotten, aren't they? They're absolute dog shit.
You got an hammer, mate?
Sure enough. Yeah, definitely. You can break the head off it, even better. You can break the head off it. Just don't hit the stub axle. Go on then. Slip. Yeah. Right, okay. I think we should kiss that with a grinder.
Might as well, mate.
Yep.
While we've got it.
While it's set up, it's rude not to, isn't it?
Matty, get your drill out.
Drill.
Get your drill. Give that a blast off with the wire brush.
Yeah, we can do, yeah.
Tidy it up.
Yeah, yeah. Yeah, I think it's in here. Might not be actually. the next side I'll try not to round it. But is this, well, let me just grind that thing off, mate, and then I'll...
Yeah.
Ready for some sparks, mate. Safety specs. Hey, yeah, it flicked up, didn't it? Sorry, mate. It's getting the angle on it, isn't it?
I know, it's a bit awkward, isn't it, getting in there?
Right, we're on the bolt now, so... Is your car alright?
It is firing at the car.
Sorry, mate. Hey? Yeah, I mean, it's not going to affect anything like that, but I want to see if I can get a chisel on it now. Just old rusty Hondas, isn't it? Is the camera alright? Did you get some?
I think we are.
Yay! Snap the head off it! Snap the head off it! Pull the head off it! Fuck it. Right.
Battery, mate. Real.
Battery. I'll come out of your way. Shall I get just a bit of cloth on that to begin with, just to clean it up?
Can do. I think I've got some brake cleaner.
I've got to watch this ABS sensor there, mate. Don't clean around that ABS sensor, because that will snap.
Yeah.
So just, do you know what? Change your plan. Let's just not even touch it, mate. Because if we touch anything on the ABS sensor and hurt it, that's another 60 odd quid. I mean, I've got to have a new beam on it at some point anyway, so I just don't want to hurt another ABS sensor.
Yeah.
I think just give it a quick brushing off if you're going to do anything, mate. Right.
We'll leave it, mate, for the better.
I would. Just in case, mate. Right, so what we've got here, Sean, is another brand new stub axle with exactly the same markings as that genuine one,
Yeah, it is, yeah.
and at quarter of the price. Auto dock. It's got the ABS ring on it and everything. So what I want to do is I'm going to give this the hub itself just a bit of a clean up. Trying to just get a lug of grease on it, mate. Should got some gloves on. I need some gloves on.
This one, yeah.
Yeah. Where are the gloves, buddy? They're behind you.
Yeah.
So, No dramas, are there? No issue.
Easier than I thought, mate, to be honest.
If it comes off in one bit. Right, so we're back to it. Camera decided it was going to overheat, but from when it did overheat, all we've done is we've put the new stub axle on. We had the old one off, drop of grease on it, gave it all clean up, and slid the new stub axle on. We've still got some work to do with all of this stuff here, but I'll have that all powder coated when I do a rear beam. Rear beam's in okay condition for the time being. But that's all it is. So new stub axle on, nut on, tighten up, knock the pin in on the nut, the gap thing, and put the case on. And that's it. We've got a wheel bearing. So you've got a nut. So we're putting some brakes on.
Where is it?
We'll find the nut hole. Is it that one? No. Is it that one? No. Is it that one? Yes. We'll get there eventually.
This one here, yeah?
This one up here, mate.
Oh, is it? Oh yeah, of course it is.
Yeah, I'll just I'll wind it in by it. I don't need to. It doesn't rattle shit.
Brand new screw.
Brand new screw. Thanks, Sean. There we go. That's not getting whacked up, but yeah, that's it. Right, so we want the carrier. So it's the 15, 1115, is that still on there? Yep. That's the carrier. So this boy.
You got some grease on them bolts, mate?
Got some already, mate, from last time, yeah. Get rid of those hideous shroud things around the disc. I know it's going to make the disc look smaller, but extortionate money as well for new ones. Have you seen them?
Yes, mate.
I mean, I might do it when I get a new.
About 35 quid, 30 something quid.
Aside, so that yeah, they're more than the bloody discs themselves. So put the carrier on. Do need to get a pair of handbrake cables, so I'm doing both sides if I'm doing them. Oh, oh, FT, fucking tight. Right, the shims, buddy.
Shims.
So with them looking things. These can be funny. Just get a pad in there, that'll stop it. I'm going to put the pad the right way around, so yeah. So the shims are in. Surely just give them a clean up.
I think that one goes,
on
the
back.
other side back, yeah.
It does. Got to. There we go. You know, putting them in dry, I know that, but so you don't really matter on these because they come apart that many times. Right, the caliper itself.
Just 1 second, mate.
Yeah, for the bottom. That's literally it. That's disc and pads one side and a new wheel bearing, and removing that shroud thing as well that was rotten. That's it. That's all you need to do on these. Dead easy. I'm not going to film doing the other side because it's exactly the same process again. But these are part of the balance brake kit that you get from Apollo. The discs are separate, but they're just EBC blanks. But you get the pads and stuff. You get the lines and all of that. So yeah, that is it. Cheers guys.